The most productive people on earth aren't just more disciplined than you. They know a secret about focus that feels like an unfair advantage, and you're about to learn it. Today I'm going to tell you about the 3-step loophole for manufacturing a flow state, and I'm going to give you it in just 9 minutes. This isn't about another app or a 5 a.m. challenge. This is a psychological loophole, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. I used to be the king of productivity hacks. I had the apps, the timers, the noise cancelling headphones, the custom built Notion templates. I was doing all the things and I was miserable. I was burning out every 2 months because I was treating focus like a problem to be solved and not a state to be accessed. I was checking all the boxes, but I still felt empty. I was doing the work, but I was doing it for all the wrong reasons. It wasn't until I stopped trying to optimize my calendar and started optimizing my mind that everything changed. When I stopped chasing hype and built my focus on a deep internal level, that's how I built my community. That's how I built my physique. And that's how I built all of the videos that you see on this channel today without sacrificing my sanity, and it's helped millions. And today, I'm showing you how. Here's the biggest mistake we all make. We think the problem is focus when the real problem is friction. And the biggest source of friction is external validation. We try to lock in whilst dragging the invisible anchor of what will they think? You're sitting down to write, but you're really thinking about the praise that you'll get. Or you're going to the gym and you're really thinking about how people will see you. You're trying to run a marathon whilst looking over your shoulder to see who's watching. You're burning 50% of your energy before you've even begun. Here's another mistake that you might be making. We try to force discipline onto a mindset that rejects it. We treat our brains like computers, thinking that we can install a new discipline file and it will work. But our brain is not a computer. It's an emotional operating system. And if your core belief is this is going to be hard, or I'm not the kind of person who can do this, your brain will always find a way to prove this right. I'll tell you a quick story. When I first started creating content, I was obsessed, but I wasn't obsessed with the process of creating. I was obsessed with the outcome. I was addicted to the views, the likes, the follower count, and the comments. Every video I posted was a wave of anxiety. It did well, I felt relief, but if it failed, I was crushed. My entire creative process was poisoned by this obsession with the result. I was a slave to the outcome. The day everything changed was the day when I filmed a video that I knew wouldn't do well. It was a deep, niche topic that I just wanted to talk about. I filmed it, I edited it, and I posted it without even looking at the stats. And for the first time ever, I felt free. I had fallen in love with the act of creating and not the validation that I had received from it. That's when I realized that focus isn't about forcing yourself. It's about freeing yourself. And that's what led me to this 3-step loophole. It's not about your apps. It's about your access. So here's the 3-step loophole. Number 1, ask yourself, are you locking in for you or are you locking in for something outside of yourself? This is the validation audit. We are trained from birth to chase external rewards. Good grades for parents, praise from a boss, or likes on a post. But here's the truth. You cannot achieve a pure flow state if your motive is impure. Chasing validation is the heaviest form of emotional friction. It means you're not in the task. You're outside of the task, judging it from someone else's perspective. So here's the action that you should apply tonight. Before you go to bed, take a piece of paper and at the top, write down the goal that you're chasing. Whether it's get in shape, build a business, get good grades, and so on. Now draw a line in the middle. On one side, write down for me, and on the other, write down for them. Be brutally honest with yourself. Is what you're doing for you, or is it actually for someone else? The second step is let go of the outcome. Detach. It's time for you to start focusing on what's right in front of you and start taking one step forward towards whatever it is that you want to lock in on, and actually focus on that one thing that you can move forward in daily, step by step, so that you don't have to think about and start losing focus of what you truly should be doing because you're focused on the outcome. Let go, truly detach, take a deep breath, and you will literally lock in faster than you ever thought was possible just by focusing on what's right in front of you. No more self-improvement videos, just what you want to achieve and looking at the first step in front of you. And if you love the process, the outcome comes naturally. So don't force yourself to have to do something that you don't feel like doing. If you love the process, the outcome will automatically manifest in reality. And the final step is for you to see that you've already achieved the mission. This is the final click. This is belief alignment. Most of us live in a state of lack. We say, I need to be more disciplined, or I wish I could lock in, or I'm trying to be a focused person. When you use that language, you're basically feeding into that thing that you've said and thought about in the first place. When you say, I want to lock in more, I want to be more focused, you're basically telling yourself that, I'm not locked in right now and my mindset is unfocused, it's unproductive. I need to find out how I can be productive. You're already telling yourself and failing what you could be believing right now that you are, and believing that you are already part of this mission that's complete. You have to stop trying to become disciplined and just be disciplined. The loophole is to assume the identity before you even begin. Before you sit down to work, don't write a to-do list. Instead, write what goal you have already achieved, even if you haven't right now. Tell yourself that I am a writer, I am successful, I am a creator. When your identity matches the focus that you have on the process, and remember, not the outcome, you become driven by your inner intent, and that is the loophole. Focus isn't something you have to chase anymore. It's just a natural byproduct of who you are. And that is what it means to lock in. And lock in so fast that it feels illegal. So here is your new check-in that I would like for you to do after this video. I want you to do a 60-second loophole of focus check. Before any deep work block or before any work in general, you'll do this. Intent. Ask yourself, am I doing this for progress or am I doing this for praise? Ground yourself internally with the for me column. And then I want you to focus on the process. Define your input goal. Say it out loud if you want to. My only job in the next 60 minutes is to be fully present on this task. The outcome doesn't matter. And then finally, identity check-in. Close your eyes and just affirm and feel. I am a writer, creator, a successful student, a businessman, businesswoman. It's time to do my job. That's it. That's a 60-second ritual that will do more for you than any 30-minute meditation or waking up at 5 a.m. and doing a routine. The grind is a myth. The hustle culture that you're being sold is just a fast track to burnout. The real unfair advantage, the illegal feeling, isn't about working harder. It's about working clearer. It's about removing the friction of expectation. And it's about removing the drag of validation. When your why is pure, your focus is on the process, and your identity is aligned, locking in stops feeling like a chore. It just feels like you. That's the secret. You're not manufacturing a flow state. You're uncovering it. It was there all along, buried under the weight of everyone else's expectations. The internal work is the foundation. If you want the systems and structures to build on top of this mindset, that's what I do. And that's what I teach in my community. You can join the first link in the description, and hopefully I'll see you there if you're looking to master your mind and master your focus. Your 9 minutes are up. Now go prove yourself right. Until next time.